Boys, 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 we like boys and cars. Boys, 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 buy us drinks in bars. Oh, 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 love it when you call me Lex. In the morning, buy me eggs. Hello everybody, it is me, Lady Gaga, Stephanie Geminotta, and I am here again, looking very, very red because I've not fixed the ring light situation. To be fair, I've not actually fixed it because I know that I'm quite hard to buy for at Christmas, and I'm wondering if somebody's gonna realise that I've not got my ring light anymore and maybe get me one, because that would be an easy present to sort of think of. I mean, obviously if they don't, then I will buy a new ring light, but I just don't, it's hard in it at Christmas because you're should I buy stuff, or you don't know what you're gonna get, do you? Pardon me, sorry. To be fair, I don't think I actually look quite as red as I have in the past. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because I've I had the lights facing down before, but I've pushed them to the side, so maybe that's stopping the redness. I mean, the further that I get forward though, I do look very, very red. I've literally as well just walked home from my nana's house and it absolutely chucked it down, so that's why I'm looking particularly dishevelled today. I mean, can you really tell a difference? Probably not, because I always look a bit dishevelled. But yeah, that's why I'm a little bit, moist and windswept and interesting. So, why are we here today? I hear you all asking and clamouring and begging to know. So, I've been thinking for a while, I want to try, emphasis on the word try, to do some drag king makeup. So obviously I've always done more femme presenting drag, and I thought, right, I'm gonna give it a whirl. I certainly do think, at least, I mean this might be a bit controversial, but I think at the very least doing the skin for drag king makeup seems much harder to me than doing my contouring for when I'm doing female presenting drag. I just think it looks very, very difficult. There's a lot of bits. I mean, I know that there's obviously not just the one way to do it. I'm gonna follow a picture for the skin, so I'm gonna show you the picture now. So for those of you who don't know who this is Landon Cider. He won Dragula season 3, I think it was, and he's obviously a very, very well-known drag king. There are lots of other drag kings out there, so go out there and support your drag kings and things, and also the queens as well, of course. But yeah, I feel they're often quite looked over, which is a bit shit. The reason that I'm not doing a I'm gonna transform myself into Landon Cider today is because I am gonna kind of have my own ideas on brows and stuff. It's just that I find the skin very difficult to understand where the placement will be, so it's probably best that I've got a photo. Love it when you call me Lex. Does anybody like it when somebody calls them Legs? I mean, I do really, because legs are bleeds and all that shit. My brows are kind of feeling alright. I am gonna do the old powdering thing, and then just probably one last little slick of glue. To be fair, I am hoping that the placement of the brows that I do won't be massively far from where my natural ones are anyway, so if there is a little bit of liftage, then hopefully you won't see it as much as you would when I paint them halfway up my forehead. Are you on a bit of a wonk there? I think you might be. And I'm not going to do anything about it because you'll probably just end up still wonky. I'm going to try and do something about it. Oh, now you wonky the other way. Wonky this way, talk this way. I'm thinking initially, I'm just gonna go in with my usual foundation. I have once again come to the realisation that I am painting my face far too pale, but this is the foundation that I have at the moment. To be fair, I think it might actually be the concealer that I'm using for my highlight, because that is it's kind of a pinky colour as well, a pale pink. That's not a nice sound, is it? I'm still gonna do oh shit, and it's on my leg. At least it didn't go on the carpet. I think I need something that's more maybe yellowy toned, I'm not sure. Just, I've seen a few photos of myself recently, and the difference of colour from my face to my chest is quite jarring. I could wear body foundation, but I don't want to ruin all my clothes, and also like I sweat a lot, so I think if I do wear body foundation, then that could potentially like land me in a bit of a like dilemma where I'm just like leaving foundation everywhere that I go. But like it is quite a new bottle of foundation actually as well, and the concealer is brand new. Like I think I only used it a couple of times, but yeah, I saw a photo of me and my friend Drew and I was like, all right, cool, so my skin is like a completely different colour on my face to my chest. Maybe because, you know, we're also a bit flushed because I had recently done a dance number in which I dragged my taint across the floor. I am going to be tempted to just put a little light downwards, you know. Ow, I just burnt my finger on the lamp. Ouch. Fuck me, that was a lot. Well, that was rather silly of me, wasn't it? Yeah, that's a bit better just for the lighting to be able to see what's actually going on. So you notice that I didn't put any foundation up here? That's always ideal. Right, gorge. So that's the base foundation I'm gonna put on. As you can see, it's not like totally full coverage in that foundation either. But it's fine. I think we've got enough on for my purposes. So now I'm going to go in with this. I do need to be very careful with this though, because a little bit goes a long way with it. I'm just wondering if it might be a good idea for me to sort of use a brush and like sketch out where I want it to go so then not as much of the product is going on my face. I really burnt my finger on the lamp there. What can I use to try and sketch this out then? Maybe this? This seems like comically small, but like I said, a little bit of this does go a long way, so I'm just hoping that if I do it like this, then maybe it won't spread as far when I do try and blend it out. How's that look? Not great. Should have really watched a tutorial for this, but one thing about me is I like to have an idea and then not really prepare. Right, so I think that's probably enough for the bottom part of my face initially. I'm just gonna try and now blend that out. Alright, cool. Shit, right, okay. Don't panic, everyone. I mean, it's made me look quite gone, so I don't know if that's the aim here. He has also got a bit like here. I'm gonna use the residue, I think. Or maybe not, I don't know. I'm gonna use a little bit more of this. It scares me a bit, does this this concealer, because it can really like take over your face very quick. He's got some here and then he's got like a little bit up here that appears to be in like a little square sort of situation. I think I took that too far in there, shit. It's alright, I'm gonna go over the top of it with the paler concealer and hopefully that will sort me out. Notice how I'm holding everything like this because my finger is actually in a lot of pain right now. I look like I'm doing a shit vampire impersonation. I mean, it doesn't look like it does on London. This is the concealer, by the way, that's far too pale for my skin tone. I'm just hoping that I can sort of fix it a bit with this though. So he's got kind of like and then a dupe. A dupe and then a dupe. Oh great, they've put the fucking fireworks on. Not sure why. We've not had any fireworks for quite a while, but you know, they must have heard that I was filming tonight. I thought, I'm gonna treat them to a bit of fireworks. Katy Perry. I feel like maybe it's because he's just drawn it wider. He's given himself like a wider forehead than I have. I don't think where I've put mine is quite right. I'm gonna go back in with a bit more of this. I'm going to try and cut it in a little bit thinner. Sorry, a little bit, what am I trying to say? Like a bit wider in the middle. Oh, it's difficult, lemon difficult, is this? Is that what it's meant to look like? This is what we've got. This is what we've achieved. You know what? I won't be defeated though. I'm gonna achieve this. You're gonna look at me and be like, "Is that London?" I don't think this is right. I look like I'm just doing like aging makeup here. You know what I mean? Like when it, you know, like when you try and make yourself look like an older person. I mean, yeah, that's that then. So that's the creams. I'm now gonna try and do, oh, I also need to think of my nose, but I think I'm gonna do that just with the contour colour anyway, that's powder. I'm just thinking, I wonder if this might actually, how fucking loud does that want to be? So much noise in the background this evening. So if I do this, maybe, and then I'm gonna try and like just go over what I already got. It'd help if I looked into the light, wouldn't it? Look into the light. Don't walk into it, just look into it. That looks a bit better. I don't know why, but I do find like powder's a lot easier than creams to do things with. Watch me bollocks this up right now. I'm like, yeah, this is actually alright now. 2 seconds later. This looks better than it did. I'll take that. I think they also seem to do like, you know, where you draw your nostrils on a bit bigger, but I don't know about whether or not that's something I want to do, because I've already got quite a large nose as is. You sort of really emphasise like this bit of his nose as well, so that's what we'll be doing. It's got a lot of like contour here too. I've certainly not made myself look like more feminine. I think I've probably aged myself, if anything. So I'm just gonna powder like here, I guess, right up my schnozzle. All right. God, this is off in wash tonight. I think I'm done with that now, so I'm gonna try and do my own eyebrows like the rest of the makeup kind of on my own. I have still got the picture up though, so I might, you know, go back to it for a bit of a reference. I think I've succeeded in doing like a skeleton makeup. I don't think it looks very drag kingly. We've not finished yet, so it could get better. Could get worse. Could get worse. But hopefully it's gonna get better. That's another question actually. Do I wear lashes as a drag king? Do drag kings often wear lashes? I don't think London's wearing lashes. I'm gonna see how I feel, you know. Feels weird not to like do as much of an arch on my brow. And like I said before, I've like, they're a lot lower than I usually would draw them. Like I'd usually kind of, I mean, probably like the tail and the like front, I don't know what they're called. I know this bit's called the tail, I don't know what this middle bit's called. They're probably quite like similar positions to where I would put them when I'm doing like drag queen stuff. Like it just don't go up, does it, as much, it seems like. I hope these are in like the right spot to where I've contoured. And I've not just got like a random floating eyebrow. This is what I felt like. So you know when I did the Nova makeup of Novimpia fame, this is what I felt like my eyebrows looked like before I started carving them in with the foundation and concealer afterwards. But yeah, there were a hot minute whereby my brows were looking wild and crazy. I feel like you don't realise as well how much you do proper just switch off, as you know, like when you're used to what you're doing. Because I'm finding this like a lot like more concentrating is needed. And I guess that would make sense though, wouldn't it? Like that the more that you get used to doing something, the less that you really have to concentrate on it. This is going fine. I think now I've got some brows on, I do feel a bit less like I've drawn myself a skeleton face on. I think these brows are a little bit wonky. Alright, now ladies, yeah, what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. I think the brows are really making it like, it's pulling it together a bit nicer than it were looking initially. I'm like tempted to, you know, just carve under them. Do they need carving under there? It's hard to know, innit? Quite an indecisive little pickle this evening. I also need to think of like a drag king name. But what will it be? Just try and do a little bit of an ombre into those brows so they don't look quite as hot, wild and crazy. What am I going to do now? I'd quite like to try and do a few little hairs in my brows, I think. With like an eyeliner. I'm just a bit nervy of it because I know it is a little bit leaky at the moment. Feel alright with that actually. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead though. I don't want to go like too far. So, what do I want to do with my eyes? I don't want to do like too much on my eyes, but I think I do need to like at least try and shape them in some way. Because at the moment, you know, they obviously just look like there's nothing there. What I might start off with is I'm going to start off doing some liner, and then I might try and like build the shadow on top of the liner. I think I still want to kind of do a little bit of a like open eye underneath. A lot of that liner just went on my eye there. Do you ever get sabotaged by your own eyeliner? It did the thing that I was like so concerned it was going to do on my brows. It just like randomly like shits loads of eyeliner out. Like look at it all on side now. I don't understand why NYX liner you must do this. I look deathly ill. I've like managed to make myself look gaunt, which is no mean feat because I'm not underfed. Cool, so it looks like we're gonna have to do like some sort of black smoky eye because I've bollocksed it up. But that's alright. I know my way around a black smoky eye. Cool. Right, so I think that's all I'm going to do on the eyes. I think I still look kind of like sexy vampire-esque. What do you think? The light facing directly down onto my face isn't ideal for you to see what it looks like. But when I look up into it, like I don't think it looks a million miles off what I'm like trying to achieve. You know, this is my first attempt. Don't be so hard on yourself, as Jess Glynn once said. I don't know whether or not to try and do like a little like end lash. I have got these. Where are they? They're like ones that I cut. I can't remember why I cut them actually. I think it was to do bottom lashes before when I did the Navimpi makeup. But I've got these. This finger is really sore from touching that bloody light bulb. So I'm thinking maybe I could like try and just put those on the end so then they don't look as full, but it still kind of gives a little bit of a like, what's the word? I'm wanting like a stage sort of makeup rather than like it just being so plain. What I will do first actually is I'll put them on like just sort of place them and see. It feels like it takes it from king to queen. Maybe it's because I've got like more like eyeshadow on than I initially had expected I was going to do. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know what to do. Like, does this make it look more or less like drag king-esque? I'm going to put them on. You know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. Fuck gender. What is it anyway? I mean, you can barely even see that it's on anyway, can you? Because there's so much like black eyeshadow on there. So hopefully it just sort of like ties it all in nice, do you know what I mean? Oh, let me just try and get in some better light. What's that looking like? Does it look drag king-ish or do I look like a skeleton? I mean, I'm too far in now. It's like that bit in, I don't know what she says in Macbeth. She says something over being like too far into the river, doesn't she? So she can't get out. So she's just got to carry on with her bad decisions. I think I'm gonna go for a nude lip. A nude lipette, if you will. I'm gonna look at the picture again, just for a little bit of inspo here. See, he's got like a cut crease in, but it just looks a bit wild on me. Like even just this small amount of eye makeup that I've done. Maybe I'm just not looking at it with the correct eye here, but I think it's gonna be okay. My brows are like, I don't think they follow the architecture that I've tried to give my face like his do, but that's fine. We're not gonna dwell on it. So he's got like quite a good Cupid's bow, so I think like, you know what, if it's good enough for Landon, it's good enough for me. I might just try and not do it as big as I usually do, because I do really like to give myself a massive set of lips when I get in drag usually. I like that filler look, do you know what I mean? So I might try and just wind it in a little bit. Just a small amount, a smidge. Just a touch wound in. Can you tell that I'm panicking? Because I'm just trying shit. Alright, that just came straight off, nice one. Fuck off, Revolution. Why are you so shit? What red lips you have, Grandma? I think I am going to put a little bit of like gold in the centre because I'm still trying to, you know, make it a bit glam. I'm just thinking, you know, if I were like on stage, without this on, it might just give him like a bit more of a sort of glossy look. Right, and then I would like to try and do some like maybe facial hair, maybe more stubble. I have seen somebody do this. I can't actually remember who it is. I think you're on like either TikTok or Reels or something, and they are doing like facial hair, but they do it with like essentially the same sort of eyeliner as I have. So I'm gonna try it, but what I think I'm gonna do is I'll try it up on my lip first, try and do like a mustache, and then if I don't enjoy it, then hopefully it won't be as much to like sort of tidy up. But the way that they did it was they like just sort of, you know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna try and do now. Oh no. You know what, I have been told in the past that I have like a face that is more feminine, and like that it should be easier for me like with my makeup for drag, and I've always been like, no, I think it's just as hard as it is for everyone else. But now I'm trying to do this look like with eyeshadow and lipstick and stuff on. I think it is kind of making me think that maybe when I do put those elements on my face, like it does kind of make it like steer a bit more towards the like traditionally feminine look. Right, okay. So, I think I've done it. I don't know. I don't know if it was going well until I put a beard on, and then it's just like, have I just drawn myself a beard on and now I'm like, yes, I'm a drag king. But do you know what? There's no one way to be a queen or a king or a monster or a thing. Like, there's just no one way. And I think I'm quite happy with how I've done that. I still think it's looking a little bit like, you know, maybe I get a bit of filler, but I mean, I know plenty of blokes that get fillers. Let me just quickly spray my face. Is it gonna fuck it up if I do? Maybe I shouldn't spray it, because I don't know like what this much eyeliner would do if I sprayed it with a setting spray. I'm gonna leave it, just because I don't want to bollocks it up. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go away, I'm going to try and like style my own hair into some sort of like fuckboy look, and then I'll BRB. Alright, so I am back and I've got on a little string vest. Don't know why I thought this were a good idea. I mean, I hate having like my top off, but here we are. This was all that I could really find that was like screaming out to me drag king. Like, it wasn't too pedestrian, but it wasn't like, you know, my drag stuff that I wear. But yeah, I've done this with my hair. I feel very like, I don't know what I feel like. This is what I sort of imagined myself to be looking like when I was probably around like 21. I was like, yeah, I'm a cool guy, like I'm a biker guy, you know, like, because obviously Lady Gaga was like doing Judas and stuff, and I was like, yeah, that's me. That's what I'm gonna look like. Not to, you know, be weird, but if I saw me in a cartoon, I'd probably be like, oh, that's that sexy one in that cartoon, innit? Is it wrong to think that you look good? Is it wrong to think that you look, I don't think it should be. I think the beard definitely saved it because it was starting to like veer upon probably more of the side of the type of makeup that I would do if I was just like going out. I mean, obviously like the structure of my face that I'd done, probably not so much, but I think I might have gone like a bit too much with the eyes and like the lips and stuff. But when I put the beard on, I think it sort of all came together quite nicely. As always, I really hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell thing as well. That would be fabulous. I'd love that if you did. And as always, my social media will be on at the very end. It's just Domino Official on everything. So if you'd like to follow me on TikTok and Instagram and Threads, that would be very, very nice. And thank you, please. And thank you very much. And thank you. And until next time, I shall see you all very soon. Bye.